you take time out, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from, if you don't mind.
Okay, well, I'm Janet Novitski. I'm from Green Bay, Wisconsin, so hence the Packers. And I wrote a book about 7 years ago about bipolar, depression, electroconvulsive therapy, how the family deals with it, how your friends deal with it, how you deal with it. And I just was blatantly honest, and the book is for everyone else and not for myself. It's so that you know that you're not the only one out there who suffers from such a horrible disease.
And what exactly is the name of this publication? Because I know people are probably saying to themselves, "What's the name of it? How can I get it? What's the name
Um,
of it?"
uh, yeah, it's called Positivity or Electricity. I learned that being positive sure helps when you're suffering from depression. And the electricity comes from the ECTs, the electroconvulsive therapy, aka shock treatments. Um, so that's how I came up with the name.
Wow. And I am so honored that you have made a decision to, of course, be a part of the GMAP Broadcast Network family. I am honored to let the world know that if you want to learn more, all you have to do is simply stop by the GMAP Broadcast Network at gmap1.com. Click on the tab that is simply titled Featured Authors. You will see a copy of the book cover showing on the screen. Click on that book cover. It will take you to the necessary location to find out more information about the author as well as the publication. And speaking of it, why don't we hear a little bit about you? Because this is something that we know people are going to be able to relate to. We know that people need to hear about it. And if you need to see a copy of the cover, you're looking at our television screen. All you have to do is look for this cover in our featured authors area, and it will take you to the necessary location. But how did it all begin for you? What made you come to the point where it's a desire to release this information to people around the world?
I think it was because I felt so alone and I just needed an outlet. And, through some of the classes that I took on how to deal with the depression, writing was one of them. And I just decided, well, you know what, I have a story to be told. And so I just want to share it with everyone who will listen.
Mm, wow. And the process to doing so, of course, we want to find out the availability of the publication and how people can go out and purchase it and make it a part of their bookshelf and share it with all of their followers, family, and friends. What's the process to do so? I mean, is it available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble? Uh,
Actually, it's available on both. So it's more available, I guess, on Amazon. Um, but you can go there. You can either get the ebook or the paperback. Um, I've had people who've read it over and over and over again. So um, I guess I would lean more towards paperback, but that's just me. Um, when I started doing this and everything, it started with I had it. I was a class artist in high school, and I hadn't done any artwork in over 20 years. And I met with this counselor for the first time, Jan Butterbolt. She did the forward in the book, and she was a godsend. I mean, she helped me through a lot. And after that first session, I went home. I had bought a canvas, and I painted a picture within like 3 hours. And that's the cover of the book. And she
wow.
has that in her office and keeps that there as a reminder that, people are going through a hard time, but there's always some hope.
Yes, I am totally in agreement with that. And of course, people also are going to want to reach out and may connect with you to find out if there's some resources out there. is there something that they can lean on to assist them during their journey, or someone may have went through or is going through things that are similar to what you have been through to get you to this point? Is there a way to contact you directly and connect with you to talk and maybe find out some things about resources?
Sure. They can find me on Facebook, Positivity or Electricity, or even my normal Facebook page is Janet Zimmerman Novitski. Either way, you can find me, and I'd be glad to chat. I chat with people every day.
Hey man, I can contest to that because you have chatted with me, and I appreciate you for doing that. Now, if someone were to tap Janet Novitski on the shoulder and say, you know, I appreciate you sharing this information and where you've been, what you've been through, and where you are today. What's next for author Janet Novitski? What would your response be to that?
Actually, I'm just enjoying myself. I volunteer 3 or 4 days a week at a homeless shelter, and I have 4 grandbabies that I love to death, and I get to see on a regular basis. Um, I do my crafts and I do my socialization, and I discovered that I need that. I need to have people to talk to.
Yes, I agree. And most people need to realize that having someone to talk to does not mean just taking and spreading your personal experiences and your personal views and your person, things that you've been through. It's having someone to talk to that is a support system for you, someone that understands, someone that can relate, someone that don't mind assisting and helping you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And of course, I'm sure that you can give information and resources on those type of individuals and who you may even recommend to do so. And of course, now let me ask you this: is this your very first publication that you have released, and is there anything else in the works as far as putting something else out there?
It is my first publication. I've been trying to decide what I want to do, if I just want to write a regular book, or if I want to follow up on things that have happened since the book. Um, but when I wrote the book, I was going through a series of electroconvulsive therapy, which is a series of 12 different sessions where they do shock treatments on you. And I wrote the book within that 3 month period of time that I was getting the shock treatments. And I sometimes I wonder if I can do it again.
You know what? And the only time we will know exactly the answer to that question is if we are faced with the challenge of going through something like that again. I couldn't do what I've been through if it was for the life of me. But if I was faced with that challenge, then I would make that decision right then and there if I can make it through it. People don't know, but not even a month ago, not even a month ago, I was in a situation to where I had a stroke and my
Mhm.
entire right side of my body was obsolete. I couldn't move my legs, I couldn't move my arms, I couldn't talk, I couldn't write, I
Oh
couldn't
my
do
goodness.
anything with the entire right side of my leg. And they told me at the hospital, the doctor told me that we're going to have to send you to a very intense, at least a 3 month inpatient rehabilitation process. And
Wow.
nevertheless, 24, and I'm saying this correctly, 24 hours later, the doctor came back in and he did his check on me and had me go through what I went through. And he said to me, amazing. This is unheard of. And I'm like, what? What? Is something worse? He said, no. He said, this is miraculous. You are able to move your legs, arms, you can talk, you are able to write better than you were before. Listen, we think that you will be allowed to go home and do outpatient treatment. I said, "Are you serious?" He said, "This is miraculous to me." He said, "But I believe in my spirit that you can handle it. I know the power of prayer. I know that when God steps in and allow you to do something, he's going to provide a way through. I understand that this is very, very emotional for you. I understand that, it's a trying time for you. But to be able to do what you have done in the process, I also know that you are a woman of strength. You are a woman of faith. You are a woman that encourages, motivates, and inspires others to let them know that they too can make it through. Why don't you share with us how they can reach you one more time? And I want to move over. I want to move over and give you the opportunity to have your closing remarks and final words before we let you go here on the GMAP Broadcast Network. But please do include your contact information.
Well, feel free to contact me through Facebook. My page is Positivity or Electricity, or you can reach me at my homepage of Janet Zimmerman Novitski. I look forward to hearing from you, whether it's wanting to find out more information about the ECTs, or how family can help you, or how to decide whether or not you just need to ask for help. First thing is knowing that you need help, and going from there. And I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be able to talk about this and share with others how important it is to lean on some people when you're going through things like this. And it always comes back at you. So whatever you give always comes back, and I just look forward to the future.
Amen. Well, we want you to know that we appreciate you being here with us today. We appreciate you accepting the invitation to be a part of the GMAP Broadcast Network family to help provide and disseminate this book publication and information to people around the world. And we also appreciate you allowing us to be a part of your journey. We look forward to connecting with you again very, very soon. We'll be inviting you back without a doubt. We will let you share your progress and the things that has happened since this time. This conversation, of course, will be placed on our YouTube channel. It will be placed on Facebook, also being aired on our Comcast network. We're going to do everything we can to help provide this type of publication information to people around the world. We just can't thank you enough for being here. We want you to continue to be encouraged, inspired, and be motivated to overcome whatever it is that you have been through and may be currently going through. You have a fabulous, fabulous day. We love you, and we look forward to talking to you again soon, okay?
Thank you so much.